Today we're diving into a corner of parenting TikTok that's been raising a lot of eyebrows, and that corner is toxic boy mums.
But before you, there was me.
Now, before we get all judgmental, I want to clarify. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a proud mum who loves her son, but some of these videos, let's just say they take protective parenting to the next level. I'm talking claims like, if my future daughter-in-law comes for me, she's out. Or, I treat my son like my boyfriend.
You look so dumb right now.
Yikes. These videos have millions of views. Some people find them hilarious, while others find them cringe or disturbing. The comment sections are a battlefield. Some cheer them on, while others are urging them to get therapy. As a mum myself though, I'm not perfect. In fact, quite the opposite, very flawed. So I can appreciate that these are maybe meant to be funny, but I can't help but think, does your son deserve to be treated as the punchline for your jokes? Also, is your future daughter-in-law really your mortal enemy? But here's the thing, boy mum content was not always this extreme. Believe it or not, the hashtag boy mom used to be all about celebrating the journey and the joys of raising boys. No talk of he's my man, no threats being made to future partners, just sweet, relatable parenting content. So the big question is, how did we go from that to mums acting like they're in a love triangle with their own kids?
Oh my God!
This is the part that has me and a lot of other parents scratching their heads. Based on what I've seen, there are a few factors. TikTok's algorithm rewards extremity. The more shocking or controversial your content is, the more likely that the algorithm is going to pick it up and it's going to go bananas. That kind of content, it's the extreme content that gets the engagement. And yeah, sometimes it's rage baiting because it doesn't matter so long as there are likes, shares, comments. Even if they're from people who are outraged, it's still going to boost that content. Just look at these two TikToks.
Our love will never die, no.
You will always be a part.
So cute. Which one are you going to stop to watch? I mean, obviously the first one. It's loud and it grabs your attention. And even if you don't agree with the content, the video gets boosted into everyone else's For You page. And of course, people flood the comments to argue, which only boosts the video's visibility even more. Just look at this video.
I love my 4 kids equally, but that last little boy just hits different. He hits his sisters, he punches them. I'm like, maybe he's having a hard day. So when I think about my daughters getting married, I get excited, right? Think about their dresses, planning their weddings.
Why are you planning their weddings?
Boy mums, we've got to step up. We got to realize that we are the problem.
Amen. Amen. All right, first off, I think this video is absolutely insane. She has a completely different take to me when it comes to parenting daughters and sons. I don't think anybody should be planning somebody else's wedding. I just can't help but feel so sad for her daughters that she feels more connected to her son, and they could see this one day. It's the internet. It lives forever. It makes me so sad. I'm not the only person who feels this way. Look at the comments. Daughter-in-law has a black eye. Mum, he's a good man. Oh my gosh. I actually missed that part about her talking about that it's okay that her son maybe has these like little outbursts and it's just like brush it off. That part is also disgusting. I don't think hits different was the best choice of
He hits his sisters.
Look at this here. Genuinely speak to someone about this. 83.2 thousand likes. That is crazy. So yeah, I'm not the only person who feels this way. There's also a weird sense of competition among some parents on social media. Everyone wants to stand out. If sweet boy mum posts are too boring and too vanilla, then some creators might really push boundaries to try and get noticed. I'm the coolest boy mum, or I'm the funniest boy mum because I threatened hypothetical girlfriends. And somehow I found myself down this bizarre TikTok boy mom rabbit hole. This is the original boy mom TikTok video. This basically launched the entire boy mom thing into the mainstream. But ever since then, other toxic boy mums have been desperately trying to one-up it.
What's poppin'? Don't mind me just watching.
She had to pass her phone to them to get that angle. Like, that's them filming. I guess that one's not as bad, but Now, this video is part of an even larger trend of boy mom TikToks. Basically, this is when the mums start to grow jealous over their boys finding girlfriends. And there are a lot of these.
Who is all this cake for?
He has his friends over.
Oh my god, you made a cake for his friends?
There's girls down there.
There's girls down there?
I'm gonna go down there.
Oh, you're gonna bring them cake?
Yeah, who wants some cake?
He is gonna cry.
Why would he cry?
You're gonna embarrass the shit out of him. You're gonna go down dressed like that. Maybe you should go put a sweatshirt on.
What do you mean?
You're gonna go down there and you're gonna look like the hot mom. Yeah, cover the twins. Yeah, there you go. What's that thing your mom wears?
What is wrong with her? I don't know, like, lean into just being the parent and, like, the fact that you're gonna, like, maybe blend a bit in the background rather than dressing in a way that makes your son feel, like, extra uncomfortable. It's not a bad thing, right? To just kind of err on the side of caution if that makes them feel more comfortable. But that's not even the craziest boy mom TikTok. Oh, are we ready for this? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
And it's his mom.
Who even came up with that audio? What is wrong with you that you thought that would be funny? That's disgusting. And the thing about viral content is that once there is a proven formula for a piece of content that's going viral, everyone copies it. People use the same audio, the same clips, the same captions. I swear, if I have to listen to the handbook, Macy Nicole.
Girl, I ain't tryna be me.
I hate that song. If I had to listen to that one more time, I might actually lose it. Now let's get real. I'm a mum of two and I can confidently say our kids are not our property. Even when I was buying baby clothes for our twins, some of the clothing options made me feel uncomfortable. Stuff like mama's boy. I know that this is just a personal preference and not everyone is going to feel this way, which I completely understand. I just had to avoid that kind of thing. The same goes with my daughter when I would see something daddy's girl. Didn't matter, I steered clear. But looking at how this toxic boy mum culture has evolved, there's this extra layer that almost feels possessive. I don't know, something about it just never sat right with me. Of course, we love our kids fiercely. We want to protect them, but they're independent humans. One day they'll grow up, start relationships, and build families of their own. Seeing our little boys as our men, oh, it's just not love, it's control. I'm not the only one who feels this way. Just look at this video.
Boy moms, feel me on this, but my son has my heart and my soul. I obviously am obsessed with Stevie Lee. She is just the greatest little girl in the world. But my whole life, I always wanted to be a boy mom.
I could absolutely never relate to these boy moms. I find it to be incredibly incestuous to think this way. I have been very, very cognizant of the things that I talk about in regards to my children on this app, because digitally, this is going to be here for a long time. And I always try to think, if my sons came across this video, how would that make them feel?
Literally, everybody seems to forget that point. Like, it's not about you and your content and how you're feeling. Like, the other person, how is it going to impact them long term? I don't understand parents who have favorites. I just don't get it. I don't get how you can have a favorite. And if you do have a favorite, like, I think that information you should take that to your grave. I don't think anybody should know that. Not funny to the other person, the other kid involved. Everything she said, I agree with. I think it is so true. And it's really important that partners are not our enemies. No mum should feel that way. If your son finds a partner, that's awesome. It means you've raised a kid who's capable of forming meaningful relationships. And I want my son and my daughter to go on to live a fulfilled life. Threatening that partner, jokingly or not, sets a really weird tone for your son's relationships that might actually sabotage them. Especially on an app like this, where the content is it can live forever.
I don't think a lot of men realize that their mother is in love with them. If you hear your own mother saying, oh, she's taking you away from me, oh, you always side with her instead of me, It's giving side piece behavior. When I bring this up, a lot of men are like, no woman's ever gonna love me like my mama does. They're not supposed to. Maternal love is supposed to be different. And if she wasn't unhealthily attached to you, she would want you to find happiness. She should want to have a healthy relationship with the woman that you choose to spend your life with. Your mother should not be fighting for your attention. But when you have a woman who loves you and she cares about you and they sit you down and they say, this is a problem, maybe listen to her.
I have a lot I could say about this, but what I will say is that even if it's just for laughs, you're broadcasting to the internet that you see your child in a really weird light. Not only is that confusing to the child, it's potentially damaging for future relationships and it fosters this unhealthy dynamic. I don't understand when parents feel like their child owes them something because your child never asked to be born. They didn't ask to be here. Like, you made that choice. Like, you owe them. They don't owe you. Don't you say, like, there are sayings like parenting is like the most selfless act, those kinds of things? Like, there's all these contradictions. How can you be selfless, but then they owe you everything and are indebted to you forever and you're the love of their life? It's weird to me. I just don't agree. In my case, my own son, Rue, is 3 years old. So a love interest, a girlfriend, a partner is a long way off. I'm sure time's gonna pass before I know it. And while I joke with my husband that I don't want him to grow up, I have never framed it like I am competing with a future girlfriend. That thought has honestly never crossed my mind. If anything, I want him to choose a partner who treats him well. My hope is that they feel comfortable and accepted in our family because that's exactly what they'd be. Family. I'll always be my son's and daughter's biggest supporter. That's the goal I think more parents should strive for. My job as a mum isn't to keep him as my little boy forever. It's to show up for him in whatever way he needs. At the end of the day, the toxic boy mum culture might be entertaining for a hot second, but let's remember the bigger picture. These kids are real people, not social media props. If your entire parenting persona is built around scaring your son's potential partners, maybe it's time to reflect on what message that sends, both to your son and the rest of the world. But what do you think? I'd love to hear in the comments. And if you're interested in more reaction content, I'll be posting more this year. So if you want, hit that subscribe button.